I do these rolls with one hand? If you're new to drums, don't worry about these. These are more advanced stuff. So I'm doing what's called 3 strokes. So you're doing 1 downstroke, so my wrist is moving down 1 time, and then I'm letting it bounce 3 times before I put my wrist back up. A single stroke, and I'm just stopping it on that 3rd stroke. 3rd stroke, I can't talk. So I'm not doing that, where it just keeps going forever. I'm stopping it on that 3rd note. This exercise that I'm working on is helping me to match my right and my left hand so that they're the same, so they don't sound like that, but the same when they're played together. This exercise is a great way to work on those 3 on each hand, whether you're going slower like that or faster. But I wouldn't actually recommend doing this for beginners. But what I would recommend, you go into the home tab of YouTube. If you're a beginner, I'd scroll down and I'd check out in the technique section 2 different playlists to start off with. One is an accent tap playlist. So an accent is where you play a high note and a tap is where you play a low note. Pick one of these. And so you'd play through this. I'd recommend going slow. Normally when I'm practicing this, I will play this at like 40 beats a minute and slowly work it up. And I have been drumming for almost 30 years and I still slow this stuff down. So there's no shame in that. The little carrot looking thing on the side, that's called an accent. So that means a big note. And then when it doesn't have it, that means a little note. So accent taps. Capital R or capital L is a big note, and then when they're lowercase, it's a smaller note. So triplet, 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 triplet is the very first measure right here. I would also recommend practicing at 1 height. So if you scroll back down into the technique section, scroll down and check out stick control variations in here. These are all at 1 height, and it's just non-stop like 16th notes or triplets, and you change your sticking around. So you just follow this, playing it all at 1 height. When it has, by the way, the little 3 dots, that just means continue the same sticking. So you just keep going right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left for this whole measure, and then you play through this. These kinds of exercises, the stick control exercises, are also really good for beginners. Once you get stick control exercises down, whether you're doing the fancy ones with filler or you're just doing a normal one with the sticking variations, and you've got some of these accent tap exercises down, then what I'd recommend is take a look in here inside the drumming tips playlist or the drumming lessons playlist. There's a ton of tips in here. There's over 13 hours of tips in this one, and then there's some scripted lessons in here to help you out. So if you're like new to holding a stick, well, this video shows you how to hold a drumstick. If you want to hold it with traditional grip, well, cool, I've got a video that shows you how to do that as well as like how to practice quietly, etc. So these can be very helpful for like supplementing your learning.